My name is Jackie, and this is my son Joey. You may not know this just by looking at him, but he has autism. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm Joey.
No. Look at me again. How old are you?
I'm 4.
Right. October 2nd, 2007 was the happiest day of my life. It was the day I gave birth to my son, Joseph Michael. I was very happy and excited to be a mom.
Tell us how it feels to be a daddy.
Freaking crazy.
Let's see him.
Hi, everybody.
Here's our baby.
Say
He's
hi.
about 1 hour old.
Yeah, give or take, my love. It's my baby boy.
The first year of Joey's life, he was a fairly typical baby. He would engage with me. He was very laid back. He was very chill. He was very cuddly, loved to be held. And he was good for the most part. Never really had any major issues. He did hit most of his milestones within the range. He was always late, but I never really thought too much about it up until he was about 12 months. I started to get a little bit concerned because he was not speaking, like, at all. Joey just seemed to always want to be doing his own thing. But still, I didn't think he had autism at the very beginning. I knew he had the delays, but when I started really realizing it was something a little bit more than just he's delayed, he started becoming obsessive of things that had lids, whether it be a trash can or his toy box.
Yeah.
Trash can, right?
Yeah.
Now that he's doing this and he's really not progressing past it, that something a little more is going on. And he was formally diagnosed with autism in January of 2010, and then they evaluate them to see if they're eligible to go to school. And our son was. He got 5 full days, which was great because that's what Joey needed and what we felt he needed.
First day of school, yay! Look, you're like a big boy today. There, what is? He loves buckets, so anything with a lid.
Before he went into school at around age 3, he probably had a vocabulary of about 50 words. He went to school and within 2 weeks he came home and was speaking in full sentences. It totally blew my mind. And he's been progressing ever since then.
What's your name?
Michael Crash.
We're gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. They're gonna ask you lots of questions though, okay?
Oh, yeah, I can't.
Yes, you
I
can.
can't have my question.
You can't have questions. You can have questions. It's okay. That's one of the main issues that we struggle with right now with him is that he is verbal, but if I try to engage him in social language, he either wants no part of it or doesn't know how to answer my questions, and then he gets frustrated and upset, and it's hard for me to see that. I want you to talk about.
I'm older.
I don't want you to be all done though. I want you to say, how about mommy says your friend
I
says.
have to go Philadelphia.
Autism is a brain disorder, but children who have autism are not stupid, especially like my child, because he is so good at manipulating me to get what he wants.
Oh, where's my test message?
What are you talking about, your text message?
I have to get the check message.
Okay. Are you trying to change the subject on me? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. They are very smart. Their brain works differently. You need the early interventions and the therapies to get their brain to sort of work the way it should be. We went to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia for Joey to take part in a huge statewide research program for autism. You okay, dude?
Yes.
What they're doing is assessing all the kids, and they use their findings for research. It was also really hard to watch my son not do well like he should, like a typical child would.
How many bucks does she want?
She wanted 8, and you just had
They were asking him simple questions to match letters. Now, my son knows letters, but because they were doing an activity that he didn't want to do, he wasn't paying attention. That's a big thing with a lot of these therapies. They help them by pushing them to do things that they don't want to do. But you have to keep in your mind that they're helping him. He's acting that way because that's part of his problem, and he needs to work through it to get to that next level of where he should be.
We're going down.
Yeah, we're going to. After our evaluation, the researchers told us that Joey is on point in certain areas of development, but is delayed of about 2 years in other areas, which is very hard to hear, even though we kind of knew. I mean, I deal with him every day. He's my son. I know my son. I know what his limitations are. I know what his limitations are not. But to hear it from a doctor, it can be a little hard sometimes to deal with. What'd you think of the doctor?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you have fun there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you really had that much fun, but that's okay. Yeah, very, very exhausting and long day. 5 hours at job. When Joey was first diagnosed, he was borderline severely autistic. Now, at 4.5 years old, I would consider him fairly high functioning. I mean, he has his issues, but he's very high functioning. And I just hope to push him to be as high functioning as he could possibly be. We're gonna go to Philadelphia again. You wanna see Philadelphia? The football field? Hello? Are you paying attention? Yeah? What am I saying? Right! Through this research program, we got information to go to Lincoln Financial Field, which is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. They were having a huge fundraiser called Huddle Up for Autism. It was great. They had all sorts of things set up for the kids. We got to tour the locker room, balloon animals, computer game stations, moon bounces, even a petting zoo.
Me, Joey.
That's me, it's me, Joey. Because of the loudness and all the commotion, Joey was playing on my phone a lot of the time to pretty much block out whatever's going on around him. So when he wants to reclude back into his own little world, he will always want my phone because his current obsession at this time is Angry Birds. Can I have this phone? Can I have this? Can I have this?
No.
Please? Yeah. You want this? My phone is gonna die soon. During the end of the day, my phone died, which caused him to have a meltdown. He lost the battery, we gotta charge it. Luckily, we were right near the music therapy room, and as soon as we went in, he totally forgot about my phone and was playing the drums, and it's like a switch flipped, and he's happy again. Did you have fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's wrong? Are you happy or are you sad?
Happy.
Oh, good. Unfortunately, my husband Mike was unable to attend. He is actually in the hospital right now. That was fairly sudden. I'm trying to deal with it, hope for the best that he recovers well and he's okay. My son misses him. My son is sad. He knows Daddy's in the hospital and he has a boo-boo.
Love you, Dad.
I miss you.
He said, I miss you.
I miss you too.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
You miss Daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. He'll be home soon. All right, dude? All right? Say, okay, Mom.
Oh,
He's avoiding my conversation completely. My goals as a mother to my amazing son is just to take it one day at a time, not really try to stress too much about what the future might be in the unknown. Work through this autism so that he can be a functioning adult, and most of all, I want my son to be happy. Even though my son is diagnosed with autism, it is definitely not the worst thing. It's just up to me and my husband to make sure we give him the best life we can and push him so that he can be the best Joey that he can possibly be.